Ukrainian forces uncovered a massive Russian buildup by hacking into security camera networks near key Russian bases, discovering huge forces being amassed for the next wave of the offensive operation. Acting immediately, Ukrainians unleashed all available missiles and drones, devastating the convoys before they could ever reach the battlefield, says Euromaidan Press media outlet. It is noted that the last Russian push toward Dobropillia ended in disaster, as understrength formations rushed in without proper artillery or armor support and were torn apart in a devastating Ukrainian ambush. Now the Kremlin is trying again. This time, Russia is redeploying full-strength brigades meant to spearhead through the Ukrainian encirclement. The main force is led by the 155th and 40th Naval Infantry Brigades, with airborne units from the 11th Brigade and elements of the 76th Division joining the push, originating from the Kursk, Bakhmut, and Kherson sectors, Euromaidan Press says. These are units that Russia has leaned on before to make high-risk breakthroughs. The 155th in particular has had to be reconstituted at least 13 times, most recently after disastrous losses at Kursk, making it one of the most repeatedly shattered units of the war. As Russian offensive efforts in these sectors are stalling, their success is being sacrificed and their forces redirected to the Pokrovsk front, trying to salvage a losing battle now unfolding at the Dobropillia salient. Ukraine is not waiting for this second wave to reach the front. Just like with the earlier ambush, they are intercepting Russians in transit. Ukrainian cyber teams have been tasked with hacking into Russian traffic and security camera systems across occupied regions. This gives Ukrainian forces real-time visual data on Russian convoy routes, timing, and staging areas without having to rely on satellite or drone surveillance. Over the past week, Russian channels have repeatedly complained about these strikes, particularly in the Donetsk region. Euromaidan Press recalls, Ukraine is no longer waiting for Russian offensives to form, as reinforcements are now seen as not a future threat, but as targets in motion, tracked and intercepted before they reach the front. This shift is powered by real-time surveillance, drone integration, and the hacking of traffic and security cameras in occupied zones. Because so many forces are destroyed on the move, Russians do not have the ability to concentrate their units for a large breakthrough, as waiting too long for a large group to gather would just invite additional Ukrainian strikes. Euromaidan Press says, essentially, Russia's offensive is being dismantled on the road, and Ukraine is striking faster than Russia can regroup, and the survivors efficiently cleared out.
UK Defence Secretary John Healey condemned Russia's drones over Poland, reckless, unprecedented, and dangerous, in London on Wednesday. According to Associated Press, Poland said early Wednesday that multiple Russian drones entered and were shot down over its territory with help from NATO allies, describing the incident as an act of aggression carried out during a wave of Russian strikes on Ukraine. Several European leaders said they believed Russia was intentionally escalating the war, and NATO was discussing the incident in a meeting. It came 3 days after Russia's largest aerial attack on Ukraine since the war began, an attack that for the first time hit a key government building in Kiev. Healey leads the E5 group meeting to discuss the defense and security in Europe, with delegations from France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and the United Kingdom.
Last night, Putin took this aggression to a new level of hostility, a violation of Polish airspace, deep enough for Warsaw Airport to be closed, and NATO jets forced directly to shoot down Russian drones, while of course the attacks on Ukraine continue to intensify. Poland's direct defensive military action last night is the first of its kind since Putin launched his illegal invasion in 2022. Good morning. Russia's actions are reckless, unprecedented and dangerous. We totally condemn these attacks. And we say to President Putin, your aggression only strengthens the unity between NATO nations. And we will discuss this morning what additional support we can provide to Poland. And we say to President Putin, your aggression only strengthens our solidarity to stand with Ukraine. It reminds us that a secure Europe needs a strong, sovereign Ukraine.
More than 60 containers toppled off a cargo ship Tuesday morning in the port of Long Beach, tumbling overboard and floating in the water. According to Associated Press, the shipping containers fell off a vessel named the Mississippi shortly before 9 a.m., and no injuries have been reported, according to Port of Long Beach spokesperson Art Marroquin. About 67 containers were in the water, the U.S. Coast Guard said on the social platform X. Long Beach, about 20 miles south of Los Angeles, is one of the busiest seaports in the country, with 40% of all shipping containers in the United States coming through it or the Los Angeles port. Some of the containers appeared to have fallen on the Stacks 2, an anti-pollution vessel attached to the side of the Mississippi that captures emissions. When empty, a container can weigh between 2 to 4 metric tons depending on the size. The Pier G container terminal, one of 6 at the port, temporarily stopped unloading and loading ships as authorities worked to secure the containers. The Mississippi sails under the flag of Portugal and arrived in Long Beach after departing August 26 from the Yantian port in Shenzhen, China, according to vessel tracking websites.